What's good, y'all? You know who it is. It's your boy, Big Tank Hank, coming at you with another live stream. Hey, I got a special guest today. I got the Snatcher, Fish Snatcher. Hey, people, I'm crossing genres here. I'm crossing genres. I'm trying to bring the angling fam in here with the fish tank fam. Introduce yourself to the peoples, man. Say hello. Say hello.
It's the one and only Fish Snatcher. What's up, people? How y'all doing? Snatcher style. We in the building. Yeah.
Already. Thank y'all for coming in. Let me do me some shout outs right quick. First in the house was Ray, Warrior 7. If you're still in, thank you. NKR Fishing and Outdoors, thank you. Salute. That's the Snatcher fam. Still in you. Still in you be everywhere. He be everywhere. Thank you, bro, for coming through here. Panama City. Thank you, man, for coming through. I enjoy them Bible studies. I fall in now. We have Mel. What's going on? Mel Hitters in the house. Nikki Nichols. Welcome to you also, ma'am. Thank you for being in the house. The Bass Juice Official. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Oh, Panama City. Hey, ma'am, we got over here running our mile, backstage. And I was like, bro, let me hit this live button. Cause we're gonna be the 1 hour just us talking. He thought we were live already.
Yeah, I was having a good time with it, but I ain't lying. Y'all missed all the fun already.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for coming through.
Yeah, shout out to
Melvin.
everybody he named. I appreciate all of y'all for coming over here. Make sure y'all let everybody know we live. Let's have a good time tonight with my bro, Big Tank Hank. Yeah.
Oh no, NKR. I like to do now after we hit about an hour, you can possibly come up, but I try to do a like a personal chat, with the guests so everybody on the panel can get to know them, on a deeper level. But I'm usually up running about 2 hours. So after the first hour, you can come on up. You can come on up. I'll bring people up, no problem at that point. Dobson's explicit channel. Welcome
What's
in. Welcome in.
up?
All right. Yeah, everybody. I like I said early on, in my videos, I used to be a fisherman back in the day when I was a youngster. I kept a pole in the trunk of my car. When that school bell would ring at 3 o'clock, before I made it home, I was at somebody's pond, and I decided to, peep in a little bit and see what the angling fam is all about right now. I met Mr. Fish Snatcher over at Catfish Terry's stream one day, and found out he was doing something on his page. So I went over to see what it was all about, man. And look, it's nothing but love over there. And I really enjoyed, bro, your format though. How, I mean, where did you get it from? I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's just off the hook to me, man. The whole everything, all your bells and whistles you got going, man.
It just came to me one day, be honest with you. Like I say, man, it's a blessing, I've always been pretty creative. That's why you see me pushing a lot of other things. I keep my personal life and my fish snatching life separate because I'm involved in so many different things, and it kind of blow people's mind. I'm not one of the kind of guys that tell you, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that. I'd rather for you to just see it as I go. My actions. I'm a old believer. Actions speak louder than words, right? I can tell people the things I do, but I'd rather show them, basically.
Amen. I'm all about that. I'm all about that. I'm a corrections officer, but first and foremost, I'm a man of God. Um, I used to coach little league. I had men's meeting groups after school, and doing things like that is always about what are you doing? What can people see? Because yeah, we can say anything. The
Right.
mouth will say anything. What's a man speaking with forked tongue? You can say anything.
Right.
But it's all about your actions and your repetitive actions. When people see without you, you know, if you're not paying attention to it, if it's something that you're doing often enough, people see it and like, okay, that's I see, you know, he doesn't know I'm looking at him, but you know, he is a man about his word. He is all about that.
Right. Well,
That's a wonderful
I believe
thing.
in that. I believe in that 100%, bro. It's like, you know, I do things like God is always watching because God is always watching. You know what I'm talking about? So my whole main thing is like, I can't be perfect. It's not my job. I can't do it. I can try as best as I want. It won't happen. But what I can do is try to be as good to as my fellow brothers and sisters as I can. I try not to wrong anybody in life. That's my goal in life. As long as I do treat people right, like I want to be treated, that's what I expect to receive. You know, that's all. So that's my main goal is life. If I can accomplish that, I think I've done something. You know, if I can show somebody, treat somebody like they deserve to be treated. In my opinion, everybody deserves to be treated well. I'm not saying if somebody's doing you wrong, you got to bow down and kiss their feet. No, what I'm saying is treat the ones that treat you right. Give them a chance first. You started off, you do right first. You know, don't wait for them to do right by you. If they do wrong by you, move on, cut them off. If they do right by you, you keep them on the team. And you know, that's what I'm all about, man.
Man, amen. Yes, Panama City. I'm a collector of fish, tanks. If I can get hold to it, and I don't already have it, I'm gonna probably try to put it somewhere in this house. If my wife don't get mad at me, you know, or put it in the garage or somewhere. Yes,
Yeah,
I
he
have.
has 1,000 fish, y'all. He has 1,000. I mean, not 100. 1,000 fish. That's impressive, bro. And he did it in 2 years.
Two
Wow.
years, 2 years.
I missed something earlier. We was talking, right? And I was saying about the fish tank guys versus the angler guys. He's like, you try to catch him. I got him already. I was like, I had to think about that. He's kind of right. I haven't caught 1,000 fish yet.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, oh, and to the fish fam that's trying to figure out that 1,000, you know, guppies, million fish. They got babies everywhere. So I told them if I counted all my fish one by one, I'll probably have about 1,000 fish swimming through my water in this house right now. Literally.
Yeah, that's awesome
Literally.
to me, man. I say I may pick it back up. Shout out to Still. I don't know if he's still in here right now, but you know, I met Still also in Catfish Terry's alive, and he
Okay.
recently got him a tank going. Did you see that?
Yes,
Yes, Still got him a tank going, man. That was awesome. I was like, man, I got to get me a tank. I said, I'm seeing all my pros around me get tanks. Makes me want a tank, and it's kind of cool. Like when I'm on my off season right now, I'm kind of on the downside right now fishing because of the weather, and we getting a lot of rain and it's cold. So during this time, this is why you see me live so much. I can't wait to get back out there on the water. But this would be a good time to be playing with some fish in the house.
Amen, amen. Hey, I'm gonna say it like this though. Talking about the weather and whatnot, going live so much. Hardship is what got me to the point I am right now in this high because man, 2018 ruptured my Achilles, working
Man,
at juvenile facility. I was down August 26th to January 17th. Depression set in. So I mean, you talking about being an advocate for what these fish can do for you. These fish can save your life. They
wow,
can save your life, man.
that's awesome.
Like I said, I was down. I'm used to up, going and getting, going and doing. Before that, I had a hernia surgery because I'm, avid weightlifter, avid weight. Oh man, I used to lift super amounts of weight, whereas now I'm far from that
Well, I
because
can
it
see it
wouldn't
in your
be.
structure. It's still
Yeah, it
there.
would. Yeah, I still lift a little something though, but
Okay, okay.
it
Well, I
wouldn't
say,
be it wouldn't be conducive, to me right now. I got herniated discs, all kinds of stuff showed up. But in that little old length of time, I ended up getting a storage tote, like the ones I have in the garage with my fish in it. I ended up getting a storage tote and like some feeder fish. Set up me a tank, man, with my little old 25-cent fish and my storage tote probably costs $5-6. I'm on one leg, and all day, every day, I'm hopping around doing something, with that tank, doing something with that tank, learning this thing all over again. I killed a whole bunch of fish, y'all. I can admit to that. But I was kind of forced, you know what I'm saying? I was forced to sit down. So then I went through a cycle. A year I was good, I was good, a year and a half, and then this pandemic set in. Um, then a lot of people that I knew in that little old time frame started passing away at my job as well as in personal life. A good friend of mine that was on YouTube, let me show you. Sand Creek Aquatics. God rest his soul, Nathan Alexander.
Rest in peace.
Nathan had kidney issues. He had a stent and everything where he took dialysis. And my mother passed away from that in 2005. But I recognized it. Somehow I ended up in his live stream and I saw it. He wasn't talking about it, but there was just things that stood out to me. So I would always find myself back in the stream, man. And he asked, just one day he pulled me out of the chat and invited me on a Monday and just like, hey, I'm gonna pull you up on a Monday and it's just gonna be you and I'm gonna interview you and talk to you. And this was all in a very, very, very important time, you know what I'm saying? So he pulled me up, man, and then the Fish fam, they rallied around me, showed me a little love, because when I tell people that ask me like how many views I have and how many subs, it's like that it really shouldn't be. That's a short amount of time for somebody that's not, I don't do the videos with the extravagant editing and all of that. I just found a heart for the people and the hobby, and I put my heart on the screen.
Right.
That's where my lives came from. When he did that, I went on a little run. People saw me there and they pulled me up on their lives. I did about 5 lives. I was like, man, I think I'm gonna try this myself. And here I am, man, just talking to people.
You found your lane. So shout out to the Dobsons. I don't know if he's still in here right now. Him and I had a conversation the other day. He hits me on my messenger, and I hit him on a messenger, and he was talking about the same thing, about my editing and stuff like that, the things I do with my live. I was like, I just found my lane. It came to me. Everybody finds there. I think he has an awesome lane. He has a voice, and he does these videos. He's reacting to songwriters and people that's making music and stuff, and he does a great job at it. So it's like everybody has to find what they're good at. Everybody's good at something. Yep. Everybody. There's nobody that's not good. You just got to find what it is and you use that to your best ability. I can't do what Big Tank Hank does. It's not in me. I wish I could.
Hey, Snatcher, I'm gonna show you how God works. No irony. I'm a spiritual man. Joseph Tanktopia just popped up in the chat right here, and he and I were talking earlier today on what should you bring to YouTube, right. And we were speaking on like finding your lane. What is authentic to you?
Yes.
What is authentic to you? Joseph, you see how that works, man?
Yes.
You see how that works?
That's called confirmation. That's what we call that. Yeah. That's confirmation, bro. Yeah. Shout out to Joseph. You just got
it. Yes, Miss Nichols. I'm a very passionate individual, just period. But whenever I latch hold of something, yeah, you can tell if I'm really feeling it. You can tell. And I try not to do anything with wasted time. Why? I'm not.
Well, so I gotta say, and I tell people all the time. I mean, your family, everybody. I want it to be taken out of context. Everything's important, but time is the only thing of value on earth. Period. There's nothing else of value. That's the only thing you can't get more of. It's the only thing you can't. I mean, that's it. When it's done, it's gone. You can't get it back. Can't get more of it. Can't do it over. That's it. Can't buy more of it. It don't work that way. Right, everybody's got an hourglass, and nobody knows when that hourglass ends, but the man upstairs. God only knows that. So you got to be careful with how you use your time. You can't waste time doing things that's not going to either benefit you or benefit someone else. That's the bottom line.
Most definitely. Hey, let me do some shout outs, and we're gonna take a couple of steps back because I want to get some things in, right. So people really know about you a little bit. Vinny, what's going on? Joseph, welcome. Let's see anybody else slide in under the radar on us. That was it. That was it. Okay.
Salute to y'all. Joseph Vinny. Shout out to NKR. Mel Hitters. Nikki Nichols. Yes. Joseph Tanktopia. The best juice official. Awesome people, man. Yeah.
Really being fruitful. Gotta be fruitful. Gotta T-Bone.
Shout
What's
out
happening, T-Bone?
T-Bones. That sounds like a cool name. T-Bones.
That's one of my Aussie friends. The fell in the house. What's happening? What's
Nice.
happening? What's
Yes.
happening? Yes, sir. I want you to tell the people about you. Grew up, government name. It could be just your first name, but where you grew up. What did you do as a kid? Did you play football? Did you see? I used to rodeo, and people, when I say that, they be like, "What?" But hey, you be surprised at stuff that people did. You know what I'm saying? As
Oh,
a
yeah.
youngster.
I'll give y'all a little bit. The name is Fish Snatcher. That's just the name, you know. But I grew up in the city. I grew up in New York as a little boy. I started fishing with my father and then stepfather. They used to take me fishing as a little boy in the ocean. So I got trained on how to fish in the ocean. I grew up, left New York, went to North Carolina around 21, 22-ish. And didn't fish again until 2 years ago. Another personal thing about me, I'm 43 years old, right? I know I look like I'm 25, but don't let the looks fool me. But at that time, I got back into fishing 2 years, so I'm brand new. I've been learning how to catch fish. I never freshwater fished in my life. It's a totally different thing. I didn't know when I first showed up to the water with my father-in-law. He's the first person I went fishing with there. I had me my ocean gear. Looked like I was going fishing in the ocean, but I didn't know any difference. You know, like, man, I got the big old weights, you know, with the triangle on it. And they laughing at me. They're like, what you going to do with that? I was like, I'm going to catch some fish. What you talking about? So, you know, as far as sports go, I did play basketball. Was a pretty average basketball player. I was pretty good, you know. Studied a little bit of martial arts from the ages of 5 until about 16. And that's pretty much as far as sports went. You know, I did baseball too. I played baseball, basketball, and martial arts. And I have a background in music and editing and film and different things like that. And I'm working on a few projects right now, which is another reason why I kind of keep the things separate right now, because I don't want one to mess up the other. I should say, I don't want one to mess up the other. There's all positive things though, you know. And like I said, people that's really trying to dig into my life, they can go find like these different films and projects, things like that, and they'll lead you to the next thing, and they'll lead you to the next thing. But something that we have in common, I'll tell you, this is another thing now. I'll tell you that's personal. I probably will never say again, so y'all getting a treat. The fish snatcher just stays the fish snatcher. So me and you got something in common. So I've been in the behavioral health field all my working life, you know, and let that be known that we had two of the similar jobs that you named. That you spoke on camera and off camera. I had two. One of my first jobs was with the youth, and then later on I was with the adults. Then I went into mental health. Then now I'm in substance abuse health. I'm in that thing. But I've always been in behavior health all my working career, and so I understand what you go through, bro. Yeah, like you got to be mentally strong.
Hey, I have this card, man. I have let me see what kind of. It's a green card, but it's not a specific holiday, but it's a faith-based greeting card that was bought off commissary. Well, the facility that I work at right now, I left this facility two and a half years ago. I just returned. I've been back maybe 5 months now. The guys that worked for me on my shift bought this card. On my last count, they gave me this card, and there's like 30 signatures. Everybody wrote into my life, you know, something they remember me saying.
Wow.
The way I treated you. I mean, there's not one person on that card that didn't write into my, you know, it sold into my spirit. Wow. You know, so, you know, it's one of those choices, lines of work that you can question why.
Oh yeah.
You know, you can question.
Oh
you
yeah.
can question why, but it was answered for me. It was answered for me early. And you're talking about like having things in common. And I had a security company now. I did concerts, parties, things of that nature. But back in the day, I had a fledgling label, more like a production type of scenario for show money music,
Okay.
you know, but that business part, in the
Yeah.
music business, that was something else. So I
Yes.
said I was gonna do the backward Suge Knight. I just do the security.
So you left the music with the security.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just went the other way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Man, I'm telling you
Yeah,
what. So it's good that you spoke on that because people need to know that people that's getting into the music business. That's the old saying, right? It's called the music business, man. And you better be on your
yeah,
business if you
yeah,
get
yeah,
involved in that. But you can
yeah,
apply all that stuff. I do it now. I apply all that stuff I learned from my working career, from my hobbies, from all the personal things I started. Like I had several businesses in the past. I take all that and apply it into what I'm doing now. So that's why you see. So I have a promotional background. I have a promotion. That's why you see some of the antics you see with the
yeah.
Fish
I got
Snatcher.
you.
Because that's all part of what I used to do. That comes easy. I used to do
Got
that.
you, got you,
Yeah,
got
yeah.
you. That's good. Hey, and then the irony when you mentioned the background in martial arts, when you were talking about the your uh
Documentary.
documentary. So I'm like,
Yes.
man, what is the connection?
Yeah,
What is
yeah,
what is the connection? But okay, now you just
yeah,
spoke on it.
yeah. See, it throws a lot of things off. That's why to keep it balanced, I try
Yeah,
to separate the two. But I also understand using the platform I have to push other things too. I
yeah,
understand that.
yeah, yeah. Because I have T-Bone say oh, it scrolled on me. What martial arts did you study? He did Hapkido and a little bit of Kung Fu.
Yeah, I did Taekwondo and boxing, but I studied something called Gunjo, and I never made it that far. I wasn't that great at it at all. Like Taekwondo, I was in for the longest. I was in that for, and they make fun of me because, I mean, not to offend anybody. All the real martial arts I grew up around called it take your dough. That's like they just taking your money. But it was good enough for me to learn self-defense. Like, where I can take care of myself. I don't stand a chance with a black belt. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But I know how to take care of myself. I know how to defend myself. And I basically know how to get out the way and move. I
Yeah.
know how to get out the way, And
Hey, I had a extreme love for boxing definitely, but Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I have a few buddies that are actually mixed martial artists. I wasn't going
nice.
that far, but as far as my security days went, you know, I there was a club I worked out of. I had my own company that you could call me for officers, but I was head of security at a club called the Q Club,
Okay.
and I had something called the Q Club Hug.
What's
You know, and
that?
I told my boss early
Wrap
on.
them up.
I said if I got to do this, I quit. You need because they have this image, of bouncers. They want to fight. They want. I said no, that's not what I'm here for. I
Right.
say, I look for smoke, and I put the smoke out before
Put
it's
it out.
fire.
That's smart. Right.
Yeah, I said I put the smoke out before it's fire. But I'd have one of those things where I'm from afar. I'm peeping what's going on. I come up on it, close quarters. I'm speaking to you first. And as soon as it's obvious the libations or whatever. So
Yes.
then I get real close to you, and then I just help you close your eyes.
Just like that. Go to sleep.
Yeah, go to sleep.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
I had yeah,
that's what it's good
go to
for.
sleep.
Now, those are things I got to learn, basic moves that could be applied quickly and I can get out of there. Yeah, I can't do the back flips and all the pretty stuff. Yeah.
Right.
But I know all the basics. I know enough to take care of me, you know.
Susan, Fish Out Tactics, Jeffrey Wise, welcome in, welcome in. But yeah, man, hey, talking about I've I've done some things. My wife, she messes with me all the time, and I'm 40. I'm about to be 49 in April, and
You look good, bro.
I probably literally had 48 or 49 jobs.
Well, you
Whether
know,
whether it be I was there for half a day, a whole day, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I have a
yeah,
few. I have one that I was there for 15 years, and I've been doing this for 6. So I mean, I've stayed some places, but there was other places. When I was a youngster, it was like, what? What you say to me?
yeah, me too, man. Man, listen, the older you get, though, you know, you look back, and now that's exactly what I do. I laugh about all that. I got some wild, crazy stuff. I can say, you like, what? Yeah, what was you thinking? I'm like, I say the same thing to myself. What was I thinking? You know, at work.
For real. Skipper's Aquariums, welcome, welcome. No, Miss Nichols, my wife ain't trying to. She don't want to look at the fish I got in here too much. She sure not gonna be touching one on the hook. She'll eat them though.
Yeah. Shout out to Nikki Nichols. So I'm going to be doing a live with Nikki Nichols, and I don't know if you heard of a young lady called "You Can Talk Your Way to Healthier Relationships." Another
No, I have.
awesome. She's an awesome lady. You know, her channel is all about, you know, how to better your life through God and stuff like that. So, you know, I respect anybody. I'm gonna go up there and have fun with her. That's going to be tomorrow at, I think, I can't remember the time. I'm sorry. I'll probably find that out tomorrow.
Hey, share. Make sure you share that link in Messenger with.
The documentary or the link
Yeah,
for the You Can Talk.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I'll share that with you
yeah.
as
I
soon
got
as
a
I
little.
get it. As soon as I get it, you're gonna be surprised.
Gotcha.
You'll learn. Look, she's gonna try to get it out of me too, you know. But I understand. But I will make sure I give y'all as much as I can. Yes.
Oh no, that's definitely understood, man. That's
Yeah.
definitely understood. Yeah, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised what I haven't told. You know.
Oh, I know it, man. People got to understand this right here. So you are entering an entertainment world. You're gonna have people that look at you as Big Tank Hank for real. So what you see up here is what they believe in 100%. You know, so when they see you out in the world, they're going to try to run into Big Tank Hank. Like, Big Tank Hank, you can lift 450 pounds. I've seen it. I know you can do it. Do it now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no.
Yes, I try to be careful what I put out into this world right here too. You know, you gotta, protect yourself and your brand at the same time. And you know, because I think you're onto something good. I love your vibe. I love your energy, man. I love your positivity. And same with Still. Hope he's still in here. That's another good, awesome, positive brother, man. And I appreciate all we call them Snatcher family members, man. I appreciate every last one of them. They all been so good to me, man. I got nothing but love for each and one of them. And you're one of them now, believe it or not. If you hang with the Fish Snatcher for a day, you're part of my Snatcher family, and you can reach out to me whenever, you know, especially like say
Gotcha.
you need any kind of advice off screen. I'll give it to my family members. I won't give it to the world, but I'll give it to my family members. Don't never forget that, bro. Yeah.
Hey, and I appreciate it, man. Look, hello, Miss Deborah Lewis. Welcome in. I'm a energy vibe dude. So I pump it out so much, you know, it's intentional, but it's not something I have to think about now. It's just me.
Yes.
But I also pick up on energy that's coming towards me.
Yes.
Of all types, you know, and when I get a feel, I don't do a lot of questioning either because it hasn't let me down.
Right.
You know, it hasn't let me down. So, you know, for me to slide over there and check your channel out, man, you know, and if you see, I may not get there when it starts, but I'm gonna slide in there. I'm gonna make
I
my way in there
appreciate it.
before it's over.
Yeah, I usually see that big muscle come up in there. I see that big muscle come up in there. That's my
Yeah.
bros here, man. Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
find. I'm gonna
appreciate that.
get up, be turning the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm always checking to see who going, who up. Oh,
Yeah.
let me get over there. Let me
That's
get
how
over
I
there.
try to do it. But I recently learned something. I see why I've been missing some people. It's like, you know, when you go to YouTube and on the homepage, you hit subscriptions and they show you everybody that's live on that homepage. And because I'm subscribed to so many people, there's another list on the left-hand side that has all the little red, it looks like little red Wi-Fi things or something, you know, and it tells you people are live. You got to open that up and the list to go down. Like usually it's going left to right. This list will open up down and I see there's a whole lot more people that's live that I didn't even know. Yes,
Oh, okay.
I just found that out earlier today. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm
Okay.
still learning YouTube.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah, this YouTube thing, man, this was, we laugh over here, that daddy is a YouTuber, you know.
Same
So
here.
that was a joke.
Yeah.
That was like a joke in itself a little while back, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But
Yep.
then it's, oh man, I'm actually you real live YouTuber.
A
I'm
good
at the
one at
pet
that.
I'm at the pet store up the street. So hey man, I see you on your big tag Hank, and I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you, man. And it's only getting bigger, bro. It's only
yeah,
getting bigger, man. I mean, it's a blessing too, because you could use it. What you do, I see you doing it. You could use it to propel. Like I got people that I'm connected to, again, like the Dobsons. Like we like night and day. We opposites, man. Totally opposites. But I show him as well as he showed me that because he looks a certain way, because I look a certain way, don't mean we can't get along. Because he
yeah, no,
thinks
most
one way
definitely.
and I think one way, don't mean I can get along. And that's the kind of message I'm hoping that's getting out there when the people see me going live, calling this person my bro, calling that person my sis. I want them to see that don't look at the news only and think that this is what's going on everywhere. I mean, good
Yeah,
people come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. And I tell people all the time, I said, listen, the only thing that separates people is blood type. That's the only thing that could be different. If me and you got the same blood type, I can give you blood, you can give me blood. If me and a white man got the same blood type, I can give him blood, you can give me blood. Now, if we got different blood type, you can't give me no blood. And you look just like me. We look like we could be brothers for real, but you
right,
can't give me no blood, man. So that's the
right.
only thing. That's the only thing that really separates people. The only thing that makes a person different. Everybody's the same for real. It's about good and evil, man. What side are you on?
Yeah, yeah. That's one reason why I try to stay out of like the politics discussion, because I had and I'm still not gonna get into it, but I can mention it. I had a discussion last night on Facebook. Um, Somebody made a post that I'm gonna call it fake news. As our famous past president used to like to say, I'm gonna call it fake news, but it was based uh on truth.
Yes.
But you have to pay attention. You got to go in, whatever it is, you got to open it, go into it yourself. Make sure before you post it that it's 100% true. And
Yes.
then realize if you have a extreme view on anything, there's somebody close to you that doesn't share the same view.
Actually, they think the total opposite.
So it's not, you have more responsibility than, well, this is my page. You have more responsibility than that.
I agree.
Because
100%.
if I've spoke to you 5 times in the last 2-3 weeks on some other stuff, I'm considering us, hey, we're pretty close. Hey, I talk to you quite often. We're friends.
Right? Oh yeah.
I still exist. And then you post something that's sideways,
I'm like,
and
I
and
thought we was cool, bro.
and what I do, I'm like this. I have all the patience in the world. I will explain the same thing over and over and over. I have no problem with it at all,
Oh, I
because
know you do.
I
Work
believe we're
history
supposed to
tell
have,
that.
look, exactly, clarity and understanding. I have to make sure that everybody has that. So
Yes.
when they make those types of posts, I'm gonna come on your comments, and I'm gonna respect your comment section like I want people to respect mine. Though I'm gonna come in
Yes.
your comments and I'm gonna respond accordingly,
Yes.
just to make you start thinking. Then they slide over to the messenger.
And
Hey,
let's talk
bro.
about
Yeah,
it.
hey, bro. Blah blah blah. And I say, hey, me, I feel like, I got to make me. Whether it be Allah, whether it be Yeshua, what I believe in.
Right.
You don't
Right.
have to. Me.
No. Right.
I respect where you are,
That's me.
but
Yeah.
you got to
Respect what
understand.
respect
Yeah,
what I stand at though. Yeah.
you got to understand that this person that you done called a friend, their emotions, their heart, it's your responsibility also. Am I my brother's keeper, as they say?
That's a great point.
And people will just be reckless. Blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh,
Yeah. Time to go.
yeah, I had no idea,
That's my favorite one. That's the only thing. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. That's the only thing about doing reaction videos, man, because there's no way to preview them first. Sometimes you're gonna come across some stuff. I'll tell them I wasn't ready. I hit the stop button.
Oh, got him.
They got me with that one, bro. I'm trying to tell you. I said I'm a clean channel. Please respect that. Don't let me see anything weird, please. I see a lot of weird stuff, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Danikin. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much.
That is awesome. Shout out to Danikin.
Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much. But yeah, man, I am. How can I put it, man? I'm very perceptive, and we're like-minded. We're like-minded. I find a lot of people, I'm about building, groups. I tell people, I say, I especially at at work, I say,
Yes.
I make men. Now I like to speak in extremes also. I do it on purpose.
Well, man, that's good.
Yeah, I get reaction, and then I'll explain it to you.
Yeah.
I say,
let it sink in first.
Yeah.
Then explain it. Yeah.
I say I make men, and at the facility I'm at, a lot of people don't realize that the old people are in prison also.
Yes. Oh yeah.
The facility that I'm at, there's
is that high control?
Yeah.
It's a high security. Yeah.
I have sick, old, and these guys remember, like they still remember what they used to do. So
they can't do none of it though.
Yeah, exactly. They still remember. They remember what they used to do. But I tell them, I say from 8 to 80, there's a possibility that somebody didn't get what they needed growing up or going through life. Sometimes our cultural backgrounds, our socioeconomic situations, whatever, caused us to miss some things, to be handicapped. And it's my responsibility to constantly pour into you.
Yes.
I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna feed you. And I work in food service, ironically,
really,
but not so ironically. But I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna feed you. And I have a certain amount of respect at my facility that my size, depending on some of the younger offenders, may have been important at first until they started hearing me. But for the most part, like a lot of older cats, it had nothing to do with my size.
It's the mind.
Had nothing to do with it. And I get a respect, man. When I first started this, higher ups thought I was dirty. You had the movies about the dirty officers. Oh, I had to be doing something. I had to.
Why they like you so much, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Why you don't have the same problems, right? Yeah. I've been through that.
I'm running around now. Yes, I'm running around and not smiling.
Yeah. It's about respect, man.
You can't be in here smiling like that. I'm like, what you talking about?
Why
I
not?
smile.
I'm happy.
Yeah, I say I smile. That's what I do. Right. I say if I'm not smiling,
then we got a problem. Yeah.
There's a problem. If I'm quiet, if I'm quiet and I'm not smiling, there's some issues that we're gonna have to touch on.
That's right.
For the most part, I try to be that person. But these guys, man, they show up, man, and they show out, man. They gon' and I tell them, God forbid anything like this happen. But I say, if there's a riot, I say I can get up and walk right out that door.
Yes, sir.
I say I ain't gonna make no eye contact.
No, that's time to go. Yeah.
I say, but they will let me walk right out that door. I say, I can't say you can follow me.
Yeah. Well, you can try.
Yeah. I said, I can't guarantee that one.
Yeah.
But I can walk right out of here.
I'm gonna tell you again, like when I was in that situation, working in that environment, that was one of the things that kind of used to bother me. Now I was only in that high control situation for a year. And one of the things that bothered me, you go through the 2 sally ports, and once they close, I don't know how your facility is. Once they close you in there, somebody has to let me out. And I always would think, what if a natural disaster or something happens? Are they going to wait till everybody get out of here first? Or am I stuck? They used to kind of get to me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
Well, no, where I am, I have keys.
That's good. We had Sally. So I was in the high, and they had 2 sally ports. Not one, had 2.
Yeah.
I was like, man, now that's even worse. If they let you through the first one, like you go through one, it closed, then another one will open, then you go out. Now, what if they run right there where I'm in between? I'm like, man, that'd be. I used to think about these type of things every day when I went there.
It's real though. That's real. That's real.
But the same thing though. That's probably where I learned though. It's about respect, Like I give people, keep your word. You tell somebody you're gonna do. Don't ever say you're gonna do something that you can't do. Whether it's physically or anything. Don't say you're gonna do it if you can't do it. I learned that. And I learned to say treat people with respect. I'll tell people, man, listen, man, don't do this, don't do that. We'll be fine. You could do, the rules. You could do this, this, and that. I'm not gonna bother you. I'm gonna give you all your rights. You can do what you're gonna do. And I never had a problem as far as that went. Yeah.
Hey, I have given up push-ups.
So you're giving up push-ups.
If you make a mistake or whatever, they owe each other. Hey, you owe me 10, man.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I've had scenarios where I'm like, you sure right.
But you know what? That's why they was respecting you. Like, that man really did it, man.
You showed. Hey, I remember I had this talk one day, and my talk I went kind of, and there was a Muslim group over here that also worked in the same area, and I knew what they were all about, but I'm getting down. Hey, I told y'all if y'all do this, and then we got through, and one of the leaders, he was like, sir, man, that's not you. That's not, how you do, so, I'm like,
Don't tell me.
Yeah, that's not you, sir. We're not, I say, you know what? I say, in any other type of scenario, yes, I feel you. I say, but them youngsters over there, it was what it was. They need to understand, sometimes you got to have a fire lit under you,
That's right.
Especially in those types of scenarios,
You do, yeah. That's why I say people don't realize people got physically hard jobs. That's a mentally hard job. You got to be mentally strong, and in any behavioral health field, you got to be mentally strong. I see a lot of people get broke down, and I see it mess up their personal lives and stuff. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, Phil agree. They got them out of me.
At least they didn't give you the deck. You didn't have to do the deck.
No. Oh, but yeah. Hey, what's your right now? What is something that you could tell? A distant goal for your channel, something that you got.
Well,
that's in your sights.
But it's not in my sights, but something that I like to see happen, that I like to do. And it is going to happen. I'm not going to say it's not an immediate goal. I just don't know when it's going to happen. Like when I can start traveling again. So when I first started my channel, we was able to travel. And I got videos with Ohio and Florida. But the goal is to get an RV. I'm going to get me an RV, and I'm going to go to these different states and link up with Snatcher family members. The real ones, the ones I connect with, that I feel their energy and vibe. Like, how I can talk to you, I can feel your energy and vibe. I want to connect with these people through these different states, and we're going to film it. And if they're a YouTuber too, they're going to get some good, trust me, they're going to get some good footage out the Fish Snatcher, Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Hey, I can't wait to meet up. See, meetups. Look, I used to sit and watch the videos, and I'm like, man, one day, look, a meetup for me. Oh my God,
it's gonna happen, bro. It's gonna happen. Yeah, we just waiting. All we're waiting for right now is to get the green light. When they tell us we can move around again, Oh, you watch. It's going to be a beautiful thing, bro. You're going to see a lot of people come together because sometimes you need to sit down. It might not happen if we didn't have to sit down for a little while. You know, people be too big-headed. I don't want to meet that guy. I'm too big to meet him. I don't know. But now people feel the connection. Like, you know, man, I'm missing out on
Forced to.
life. Yeah, I'm missing out on life, man.
Forced to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. Hey, Fish fam in the chat. Hey, I love y'all to death. Thank y'all very much, you know, for showing up for me. You know, you don't see many people doing their live stream exactly the way mine is, kinda, but you stayed long enough to understand exactly what I do. And I have to thank y'all. And no, I'm not ending the stream right now. Don't nobody panic. We're not ending quite yet. But it just struck me to say that, you know, us talking about getting out, moving around, and us sitting down and being forced to actually connect with people like this. This was just the best way that I found. I mean, it was just so beautiful when it fell into my lap, you know, when God gave me the vision of it. It was just all just felt so good, felt so good to me.
Yes.
You know, and there's so many people on here, you know, when you have watched people's videos, you love what they do, where they go, the type of fish they have, you know, and you can talk to these people now and your messages regularly, or like me having certain people who, you know, for somebody to want to do your little measly penny ante, you know, stream, that when I say a beautiful feeling, you know, I'm gonna have to do some pop-up streams, you know, at some point in time to make room for some people who their schedule, you know, is not conducive to this late night like I do now. And I understand that, you know, but there's some people who I want y'all as a fish fam to be able to see into them a little bit because you don't get a chance to. You know, you get that YouTube persona, and a lot of times, y'all pardon me, keep touching the screen up, and my family is chatting their tails off, and it's just dropping down on my screen.
That's
Like
awesome, man.
my whole family. I'm like, what are y'all doing? But no, y'all. I believe people need to know you, your soul, your spirit. People need to know you. That's a way for you to really know somebody. You know, like I say, you can get the song and dance. You know, we can perform. You know, we can let people see what we want them to see. I'm gonna give you a good example. When when I had the music thing I was doing, I grew up in this small town. It's outside of Houston, so it's still close to Houston, but it's a small town. Maybe it had 5,000 people in it. I was at a stop and go service station. This young man rolled up on me in the parking lot by the gas pump and said, "Hey, ain't you that dude with the record label?" Now, I didn't have a record label, but I mean, I knew where he was going. For one, I'm trying to figure out how he knows whatever.
Right.
He starts to sing Stevie Wonder, "A Ribbon in the Sky," for me in the parking lot.
Was it good?
Yes, thug, thug. You know, like when he
That's the
rolled
best
up.
one. They
Hey, when
surprise
he
you.
look, when he rolled up, I was like this. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
rolling up on me. Then he went to singing, "Man, ribbon in the sky for my love," and I'm like, what?
uh,
Oh man, what are you doing?
that's the
What are
best
you
though. That's the
doing?
best, man. You
Yeah.
know, that's who I would try to get on the amateur night at the Apollo. He's gonna win. Let him get his little bop on, bop out on the stage, with that little gangster bop and break out with a ribbon in the sky, man. Come on, he won.
Man,
He won.
yes, it was crazy. But
Yeah.
that's, you seeing, you looking at it, you seeing one thing, but not knowing, that there's layers, there's layers now.
Yeah.
And I like to peel back layers. I like to peel back layers. And shout out to all my people you know, all my Texas people on here that are not even just Texas, everybody that's not in Florida, because Florida seems to be kicking it down now, but all the people that this crazy weather has ran up on, you know, God bless y'all. I'm glad that your water and your power and stuff is coming back on. But
Yes.
people, you know, these things. So I'm not gonna get super deep on you, but these things that we seeing, you know, were supposed to happen. They were supposed to happen, and we gonna make it through to the point that we're supposed to. So I never have a doubt. And you know, I don't panic. I don't do any of those things in the midst of. I always can make a best. You know, I can make the best out of them.
Right.
But I understand how there's other people who don't have the same understanding. So I have empathy, you know, and I have compassion, you know, and I'm always there for them. But hey, these things have to be. They
Yes,
gonna
sir.
transpire. They were
It was
coming.
written.
They here, and there's more. There's more behind it. How much more? Don't know. I don't have the time. I don't have the time frame. But it's not over yet.
No, it's not. But like I said, you got your faith right. I'm not telling because I don't want to be preachy up here. I didn't come here to do that.
Yep.
Get your faith right. You're gonna have a sense of not worrying. I don't you ask my wife, it drives her crazy. I don't have a worry in the world, man. You know, I'm just happy to be here. I'm thankful and I'm happy to be here. I don't have a
Yep.
worry in the world, man.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, when I few months back, you know, when I dealt with anxiety. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, during that scenario with the pandemic when it first jumped off, I forgot to tell you that I didn't go to work for 2 months. I couldn't step back through the gates. My physical body would not let me enter the facility.
Was it like a feeling you had or
Yes, yes. I mean, I
you
would
brought,
break down. I
well, I
would break.
mean, I said not to get preachy on you, but you know what that
Yes,
is. You know
yes,
what?
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And I'll tell
yes,
people that when you get
yes,
that feeling, you gotta that's a conversation you're having on the inside and you don't even
yes,
realize it sometimes. And
yes.
you gotta listen. You
Hey,
gotta listen.
I was going to the grocery store with my gloves and my mask, not worried about nothing. You know, I'm sanitizing. I'm
Yeah,
not locked
man.
up in the house. I'm gonna go move around. I'm doing this thing here.
Yeah.
5 pairs of gloves before I make it back home. But would get dressed in my uniform and head to work a block away, I'd start feeling it.
Yeah,
Get there,
man.
step aside the gate.
Yeah, man. No. Yep.
I had to go talk to some people, you know, and settle down. It took about two good months. And I told my
Well,
wife, I
during
say,
that time, can I ask you, did it get bad in there?
I mean, it's how can I even put it? It's still
Wow.
it's better than it was.
Yeah.
It's better
I
than it
don't
was.
understand. That's the weirdest part about it. You know, it happened in a lot of places I'm hearing. The place I was at, same thing happened.
Yeah,
I don't know why that is, but it did happen there too.
that's the officers bring. You know,
It has to be, but
yeah, no, that's the
like
officers.
how? Like how? Man, I don't get it. I guess like the nursing home. I guess the same thing, yeah. And I
Yeah,
guess because it's so contained, once it gets in there, it's wildfire. You know,
and
it's probably
the sad part, I was looking at government type of actions in live, you know, live action where it was like, hey, let it run its cycle. This wasn't being said, but let it run its cycle and it's gone in there. You know, I'm like, okay,
how
uh,
many going to be going with it?
you know, I'm like, hold on. I've been negative this whole time. You playing with me right now.
Yeah, that's true, man. Not you and your family, you know, because you got to go
Yes,
home to your family, you know. That's
all of us.
yeah. I
We've been
worry
in.
more about that's why I
Ooh,
stayed safe because I worried more about my family than I did me. I feel like I'm not trying to say I'm He-Man or Macho Man or none of that stuff, but I feel confident in beating it.
yeah.
I can't live with giving it to somebody else. You know what I'm talking about? And they can't beat it. That would break me down for real. So I try. Like I say I'm all about treating somebody good. I'm not trying to do no harm to nobody. So I don't want no harm coming my way. You know, I'm like leave that person alone. They should leave me alone. In my mind, that's how life should work.
For real, for real. Amen, Joseph. Shout out to Danikin. Shout out to Danikin.
Then it can shout out. Yeah.
But yeah, man, this little old fish thing, whether it be the ones that's still out in the ponds or the ones that's at home in your tanks, they are special in their own way. With tartar sauce or looking at you through this glass over here. Either way, man, they special.
I agree, man. Yeah, I agree. Shout out to Joseph. I think so too, bro. Yeah.
Hey, I don't want
I
to speak
claim.
on it, but I think I'm in the same place with y'all, but I'll be trying not to speak on
Me neither. I claim it though.
it.
I don't say it, but I claim it.
Yeah, because look, hey, I was moving through the valley of the shadow of death, and
Yeah, and I feared no evil neither.
yeah, and I moved right on through it. So hey, good night, Panama City. Thank you for
Good
coming.
night,
Thank
Panama
you.
City. See you Sunday.
Yeah, for real though, for real, for real, for real.
I can hear the water running in the background of your tanks, and that sounds peaceful in itself.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, I come back
That's
in, and the the wonderful thing about my little room, it's little. It might be 8 feet by, it might be six.
really,
I, yeah, I close that door. Now, with the tanks, it's 6 foot by 3. Close the door, and I don't. This chair is only in here, for my streaming. But I will
yeah.
sit on the floor with that door closed, man. Just sitting here, and just it's crazy, man. And when you get into uh particular, knowing breeds of fish, strains within those particular breeds, and things to look for with them, and I mean, it opens up a whole new world in that piece. Because I'm sitting in here, I'm taking in, the outward sounds. I'm watching them moving, majestically and all that. But
Yes.
depending on what tank I'm focused on, I'm looking for certain things that some of my fellow YouTubers have made a video about. You know, I'm looking for certain things, and it's like, man, just looking at their world, and hey, I'm not gonna let anything mess up this particular strain and turn them into something else. You get a higher respect for keeping things, in your fish room pure also.
Yes.
Because we can jump in at first and just throw fish together,
And then you're
still
gonna get
enjoying
some
the fish,
hybrids, huh? You get hybrids
still
that way.
enjoying them. Yeah, yeah,
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
yeah. You still enjoying them, but I mean, you can make something disappear in your fish room, like
Yeah, you don't have that fish anymore, right?
it don't just don't
Like I
exist no more. It's gone.
I, I didn't think about that.
And hey,
That's pretty wild.
God forbid you to spend a lot of money, and then
Yeah.
you was you was irresponsible, and that's gone. Like it didn't die. Nobody stole it,
It
but
turned into something else.
yeah,
Yeah.
you just let it go away.
That's a good question to ask you though, So like, without you personally, like what could a person with you say 10 tanks look to spend on operating those 10 tanks?
I don't know. That's a real answer because people they'll be like, man, when you have the hang on the backs, and then your utility will go up to here, and then you certain types of lights. I never really, when I had my first child, I didn't pay attention to how much formula costs or Pampers.
That's very true.
You
That is
know
very
when
this is good.
when when in 2007 or so, when gas prices was rising like crazy,
Yeah.
I just put gas in my car.
Just forget I'm notorious for that. I
Hey,
don't even look at this. I don't even look at the
look,
sign when I'm pulling up to see how
look,
much it is.
and
There's a
and
gas
back
station.
back then, my finances was boo boo. But there's things that
You
you
gotta
have
have.
to do.
That's
It's just
right.
things you have to do. So I
That's
mean, I
true.
don't, man, I don't have no idea. I
But
mean,
why I ask that though is because I can see how a person, like you told me, and it made sense. You start off with one tank, with this one breed, then you want to add a second breed, but you can't put them in the tank. So you got 2 tanks. Now they having babies, and you can't put them babies in the tank with them. Are they going to eat them? So now you got 3 tanks. So a person getting into it, that fish life, got to know that I'm sure it's not cheap. Like, it's going to come with some expenses.
Yeah.
So like it's more than just a hobby. It's a lifestyle for real.
Yeah.
Because,
for real. And I got you on that one. You gonna look for your dollar. Oh, hey, Joseph, I take a 5-gallon tank. If you talking about hooking a brother up, I ain't tripping. But you looking at your your dollar-gallon tanks, tank sales, free sample. I mean, you got all kinds of things, man, that you can look into to curb your costs. Some products are made by one company, but they have the cast off. I call it that, a cast off supposedly lower grade version of something.
Right.
There's a different name, but it's the same company. Sometimes you have to pay attention to that because the product may still be as good, but they have one that they're gonna sell to you for a lot of money and they hype it. But they also have the lower level one over here for people like me that I don't care how you hype it, I'm finna go get that one anyway.
That's me. Yeah. Hey, I fished with a Walmart rod for the first year of my fishing. You watch my old fishing videos, I had a $9.99 rod. And that's why you see in the video I had an intro that said, I think I need a bigger hook. I started realizing I need some better equipment, man. These big boys kept getting off and breaking my rods and stuff.
Yeah, after a while. Yeah.
Yeah. I still didn't go up real high though. I'm still in the $50 range as far as a rod to go. I won't go over $50 on a rod.
Okay.
And but I can see how it can get expensive. Fishing can become an expensive hobby if you're not careful. But I'm ready thrifty. My most expense comes from the worms itself, the bait. Other than that, I'll wear a rod out.
Hey, I got a good example. Hair clippers. You have Wahl, WAHL.
Yes.
And you have Oster.
Yes.
Now, one brand is for pets.
Yes.
Another brand is for people.
Yes.
The pet clippers are cheaper.
It is.
But they're not cheaper because they're the same clippers.
What do you mean? Oh, I get what you're saying. You're saying they still a good quality clipper. Yeah.
Especially if you buy them at Walmart or somewhere like that and they sell both.
Yes.
They're the same quality, the same.
Well, so I actually have a Wahl clipper and I have a T outliner that I had for well over almost 18 years now. And my Wahl, same thing, but I got it from Walmart. And I also have the Oyster. Yeah. I have them both, and like I said, and I bought both because one was the guard. So if you buy it right, I didn't notice at first when I started cutting. I cut my own hair. But how you got the adjustable level on there. Now, whether you buying Wahl or Oyster, you better get the one with the adjustable little lever on there.
Yeah.
That's how I can get my clothes shaved there, because the other one won't go down that low. But then I learned a T outline.
Well,
it gives me a perfect bald head.
You loosen your screws and you use a flat level surface.
Yes, and put it on that.
Yeah, then tighten it back up. Hey,
I learned that later on. Yes, I did. I learned that later on. That's a trick to the trade.
Both mine have the actual levers on them though. My Wahl and my Oster.
Yeah.
I ended up with both of them because one, I think the Oster was like silver. The whole thing was shiny, metallic, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that looks cool. Hey, I'm gonna get that. That was that one. Now the Wahl one I got is like a burgundy, streamlined,
Yeah.
And it looks more professional. They got the same guides. Now you can't interchange the guides because of the head.
Yeah, I hate that too. Yeah.
But man, I've had both of those sets for my son is 20. I've had those clippers for.
That's how long I have mine. The age of my son.
17 years. Yeah, I done had him.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, my son he been to the barbershop when he went to my father's house or something like for the summer, something like that. But I always cut his hair all his life. Yeah. Fishing Pampers, yeah. A lot of fishing. That's money, man. Kids is money, fishing is money. I don't know about the fishing world you guys are in, but I assume it's still money. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah.
not
No,
free.
no. Look, hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you another thing though that's wonderful about being in this hobby though. The more people you get to know, some of those fish that you sit back and you window shop forever about, you gonna know somebody that breeds them.
Yeah. I see that a lot in Catfish Terry's
Yeah,
live.
you gonna know somebody that.
People sending each other fish and sending each other these. I'm still learning a lot. I don't know what you call these plant life that live on top of the water, and I don't know if
Yeah,
that's their food or that's they homes or what. But somebody sent Catfish Terry something that was like lily pads or something like that.
yeah, like
Yeah,
frog bit or duckweed. Yeah,
duckweed. They had some
it's the
duckweed. Yeah,
to absorb the nitrates and stuff out of your water. And like some of them, you take some fish. Like I have these wild betas over here who they don't want bright light. Period.
right.
So if you have floaters on the top of your water, it keeps it
Ah,
the whole tank. It has a shade over it.
yes, that's
But
smart.
I'm the hornwort king, so I just put extra hornwort in those tanks.
So let me ask you though, do you like read books on these things or like how do you acquire your knowledge
Well,
over the years?
now you look at YouTube videos.
Well, that's what I do, yeah.
Yeah,
But you
but
said
back in the
you started
yeah
30 years ago, you know?
back in the day, man. Let me see. There was three types of books that I checked out at the library growing up for the most part. Fish books, fish books, pit bulldogs because I loved pit bulldogs. That was when you could see them in the back of hunting magazines before everybody started outlawing those babies. Um, Let me see. It was fish, fish and fishing. I was counting those as two separate, but they were still roughly the same. And dogs, because I would go get like the hunters got not hunters guide the guides you have for like your native stuff,
Like
native
you can get at
birds,
Walmart.
native fish. Yeah, you can buy them, but you can check them out at the library. I would
Yeah.
go get the one for all the native fish in my area. I went through a reptile phase where I was catching turtles and stuff, and I want to know, what was this turtle? If this turtle lays an egg, what I need to do, that's kind of stuff. Field guides,
Still
that's what
got
they were
okay,
called.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I started out with field guides first because there was the vastness that we see now in the fish hobby didn't exist. You had goldfish, uh, barbs, guppies, mollies, platies, and some catfish. That was like that's
That was
all
the
we
base.
knew about. Yeah, that's
Well, that's
all
what
we
I
knew
started
about.
with. As I said, I had an Oscar and a goat and some goldfish. The Oscar kept
Hey,
getting bigger.
and the Oscar, I didn't see an Oscar till I was grown.
Really?
Yes, I didn't see an Oscar till I was grown because I told you I was in a little bitty town. So
Yeah.
we'd ride up. Everybody in the family get in the car. We ride to Houston. You know, and you still didn't go all the way in. You stayed on the outside.
Yeah.
So the little fish stores and stuff I went to, they were still small. But yeah, I didn't see Oscars and cichlids like that, or I just didn't have an interest to even go deeper into the store to know they even existed.
Yeah.
Betta's been around forever, but
They had, yeah.
I didn't
My
see no
mother
Betta till
actually my mother started me with that. She bought it for me and she knew all about fish. She was into the aquariums and stuff. And she used to take me. Actually, I lived in Coney Island. We used to go to the aquarium there quite often, which was awesome. They had a beautiful aquarium there. They had every fish in the world in there, and
Okay.
all kind of sea life, And she one who bought me that big tank, and then she got me my Oscar, And at first I was like, it's just the fish, And then I started seeing that thing getting bigger. I started noticing something about it, like this thing is aggressive, It's
Kept
kind
getting
of
bigger.
it kept, I mean, everything we put in there, it got bigger. Everything put in there, it got bigger. I was like, man, this thing is the truth. I named him Oscar. I was like, he deserves the name Oscar, you know, because he's a grouch. He eats
Yep.
everybody. He eats everybody. I mean, I kind of loved it. And how I got out of fishing, that fish actually caught my house on fire, caught my apartment on fire. So our tank, like I said, was by the window, and the curtains hung behind the tank, kind of like how this is right here. And when the Oscar, I don't know, he used to jump out the water, it splashed the water, and it got on the wires and caught the curtains on fire. And that's how I lost my tank and my fish. I didn't have a fish since.
What?
Yeah.
You said it shocked you. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. But yeah, I mean, and that's crazy because as a youngster, Oscar, that's one to start with because people don't understand how personable, you know, Oscars are. Like, you know, they say wet pets, you know, those
Oh,
types
it's a
of
real
fish.
deal.
Yeah, those types of fish become like puppies, you know.
Yeah, it does.
And
Like,
basically,
and they'll
it's the
follow
ones
you.
that get bigger, the ones that get real big. You know, the brains are far more developed than your guppy. You know,
Right.
guppy
Makes sense.
recognize you because hey, you finna feed me. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the extent of a guppy's life. They dealing with each other after that. You know, well, you get the Oscars and stuff, they'll separate themselves.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
did.
hey, everybody else is in this tank, y'all cool, but he's out there. If I could go out there, I'll be out there, but I can't.
I
So
ain't
every
lying
time
to
I
you.
see him, I'm gonna interact with him. You know.
Yep. Come up to the
Yep.
tank as soon as you walk up. If I walk past the tank, it's follow me across the tank, you know. I walk back and it follow me back. I'll play around with it, you know, run my finger around it, like chase my finger around. You know, I like to suck on the tank. I used to think my mother told me it was cleaning the tank. I don't know if that's true or not, but it was a cool fish, man. I would say that if I got another fish, that's what I would like to have. Yep.
Yeah, oh, Oscar. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting back into some Oscars. I gotta look due to the cold snap. I have an empty tote in the garage.
Really? Oh man. Did it freeze?
Yeah. Hey, look, the like my area fish clubs like in Facebook, man. Oh man.
A lot of
When
people
I
lost
say
fish.
it's people say I'm through.
Wow.
I don't want another fish. I'm done. You
Well, I didn't
know,
think about that part neither, you know. So, like, what do you do in that situation? You know, if it's freezing in the house, what do you do with your fish? Like, you got to take the water out the tank. What do you do?
nothing. I
Does
mean,
the
if you
tank bust?
weren't if you weren't prepared, like mine in the garage, I had heaters. I had heaters on one end, but then I had one tote that had no heater. You know, I had my little wild endlers in it, and they do real good on temperature wise, especially in that garage. No direct air or anything. So I was kind of like, hey, they gonna be okay. No, the water didn't freeze, and I guess because I have these DIY filters in there, which
Yes.
there's quite a bit of water that's moving around.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it didn't freeze, but oh, it was so cold. And the bad thing, I'm just watching them. You know,
Nothing you
no
can do.
generator. Yeah, no generator. Like no, nothing. The
Are you?
power.
That's another
Oh man.
question I got for you guys out there. Is that something you're going to be looking into? Like, I'm gonna tell you what happened. My wife,
Yeah.
she's like, this guy's the craziest. So I was just happened to be in Lowe's one day. This is about 4 or 5 years ago, and they had a pallet full of generators. And you know, like I said, I like to resell things sometimes. You know, uh, I used to have a store as well, but I seen these generators marked down to $199. They normally $700. Maybe I was like, I told her, I'm gonna buy all of them. I'm gonna buy them all. We're gonna sell, we're gonna get rich. And she was like, you don't need them generators, you're not gonna sell them, gonna be sitting in the basement. So I bought one. I said, I'm just gonna at least buy one. And it's been sitting in my basement ever since in a box. But I always like take things like that as a sign. Like, you know, it was meant for me to see that, and it was meant for me to I must be meant for me to get it. I don't know why, but one day I may need it. Now it's been sitting down there. But you know,
Ooh.
it's definitely worth having one, bro. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely invest in one.
I have some buddies. You know, everybody telling their stories on Facebook, and it was like a couple of them. I had a generator for X amount of time, never used it, sold it. You know,
Man,
took it to the
boy.
pawn shop You know, and I'm like,
Man.
man,
Yeah,
ooh,
man. That's the ones that really was kicking themselves in the butt hard. Man.
ooh. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a hopeless. Pharrell Scales, welcome.
What's
It was
up,
a
Pharrell?
hopeless. It was a hopeless feeling, man, in regards to the fish, man.
I bet so, man. I didn't think there's a lot of things I didn't think about in this situation. All I thought about was the people, I didn't think about what was really the extent it went to, like I said, the pets.
Yeah.
Um, just like you said, like what do you do with a bunch of cold water? If the fish tank freeze, does the glass bust? Would your tank
It
bust?
it can. I haven't seen it. I've seen some ice cubes, like people have posted pictures,
Yeah,
and I'm like, man, how did that tank freeze like that in your house?
that's
But then,
crazy.
but then you have to realize, like my house. I mean, we've been in this house 2.5 years. We bought it. We moved to Katy. We bought it about 2.5 years ago,
Yeah,
and I mean, it was a very good house.
yes,
When we bought it. So insulation wise, you know, that what we knew there wasn't going to be an issue, even when it got cold. It's like, hey, put some more
yeah.
clothes
That
on.
was
Yeah,
a
put some more
blessing.
clothes on. We're good, but you still have wood frame houses down here like that. And there's oh man,
Do y'all have gas stoves?
you can, but for the most part, no. Most of the newer houses, it's
Electric,
electric
yeah.
everything.
That's why I
And
got
I think
electric everything.
I remember a while back, like my grandmother's old house. She had these old Dearborn heaters because there's like a gas jet in the
Yeah,
bathroom, in the bedroom, in the living room. So she had fire.
yes.
She was she was good. She
So,
had
like in this
fire. Well,
situation, would her house be still warm?
yeah, yeah.
I wondered that. I wonder. I mean, I don't know much about. Cause I'm all electric. I don't have gas, anything. Like when I lived in the city, we had gas stoves when we was in apartment buildings. So I still don't really know how that works in a situation there's a power outage. I would assume that you don't need any power for gas.
Well, no, yeah. You just need the gas. All you're gonna have is your heat. But I mean, if you want to heat up something, you can put your flat metal whatever on top of that heater. If it's especially older heaters, because you have a lot of surface area on top, and you can
Yes.
heat up something using that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay Corey on Fashion there. That's a good minister friend of mine there, A.D. Robinson. Thank you, sir, for coming through the live stream.
Shout out to Jay.
Hey, now those music production days,
Yes.
he's from those days also.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he knows about for show money
Yeah.
music.
Yeah. Mine's is still floating around, so I'm not going to say the name.
Yeah, no, I didn't look,
Well, I'll tell you what.
man.
I'll tell people that really want to know a little more about me, look into that movie. And when you get to the credits, and like I said, I'll tell you, I did the editing. I didn't do the filming. I didn't do the audio. I did the editing. And then the company name you see it under, not what you see it when it comes on. The actually company name you see it under is my music company. It's my
Okay,
entertainment.
okay,
It's my entertainment company.
okay. Yeah, man, I was working on the serving line at the facility that I'm at now, but the first go around. So this had to be 2015, 2014. Young man comes through the line. The first day he's like, "Hey, boss, man, when you gonna come scoop me up? Go to the studio." Mind
Was
you,
it good?
I don't know anything. That's what I'm headed to. That's what I'm headed to. Mind you, when I was dabbling in the music, that was, man, 1996. You know, it
That's
was
when it
back.
was at its prime, though. It
Look,
was at its
it
peak
was
then.
it was back then. Now this young man, I don't even think he should have been born. But I mean, so he came through the line. He said that. Mind you, he's locked up though. He's locked up in it. He's young. He's young. I
Yeah,
see he's young.
yeah.
So he come through again. Hey, boss, you need to hear some of my stuff. Mind you, them 2 times I didn't respond to those. So by the third time he come through and he mentions, I'm like, dude, how do you know anything about, you know, what I used to do, you know?
Yeah,
Because
right,
that was super strange. Like, was he somebody's little bitty brother
right.
that was around, you know? Because I mean,
Well, you'd be surprised, man. If you put some stuff out, information is powerful.
but yeah, he come through, man, about 3 good times. Then he ended up disappearing. Like he ended up leaving. I guess he went to another facility. They transferred him out or something. But he came through a few times mentioning music stuff, and I'm like, who is this?
Did you ever
I'm like,
find out?
no, I didn't, because he was gone. By by the time I was, I was like, man, I'm finna see what's going on. He was gone by that time.
Yeah, so like that stuff lingers. It never really goes away. You know, that's why I say like, you got to make sure you do something. Thank God, like, man, a lot of it happened by coincidence for me. That a lot of the things I did wound up being positive, because I said a lot of that stuff lingered around.
Yeah,
People still come up to me thinking I still do certain things. Like I say, I could connect you to other people, but myself, as far like I did the production, I did, like I said, that's why I'm in the editing, and I did all that stuff myself. Starting out, every business I ever started, I was first by myself, so I had to wear all the hats. So I had to learn all
gotcha.
different kind of trades and skills, and that kind of helped me out a lot. Like you'll be surprised of some of the people I worked with, and actually I'm working on this documentary I just did. It's led me into another one that's dealing with music with a real popular band who I can't speak on, but that's another reason why I can't say a whole lot about the other things that I do, because a lot of it still ain't finalized yet, and I'm
Yeah.
praying that it goes well, because it could be a big look, but it'd be surprising, it'd be surprising to some people, and I'm praying it goes well. So I need everybody praying that it goes well and it comes together.
Hey, I have some people, man. I told you about the security. I have some people that back then, little youngsters, they DJ and rapping or whatever. Um, Spinning at wheels, treading water. At least that's what it's looking like.
Mhm.
Hey, man, when I make it, I'm gonna do this. Hey, I'm gonna hire you. I wanna. So lives went, other directions. Right now, today, there's a good handful of those individuals that's actually, you know,
Doing something.
doing something. And I'm
Mhm.
like, man,
Oh, I got a few of those situations, bro. Like, well, we don't know. It's like winning the lotto. You don't know.
man. Hey, I had a buddy of mine post a picture on Facebook a few years back, sitting in a private jet next to Ray J. Like Ray J was on his laptop, and and boy, hey,
That's what I'm
I
talking
went
about. 6 degrees
went
of
the direction.
separation.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
I went my way. Hey, he went his way.
Well, I'm
I
gonna tell you
wouldn't change
something.
it.
I'm gonna tell you something. So those are the things that I never forget, and the people I never forget. So that's one thing. Like I'm telling you about being good to people.
Yeah.
So like now, say if I was in that situation, this is how I get a lot of things done. I can reach back out to a person that I encountered 20 years ago, and they're gonna be like, you
Yes,
know what?
sir.
That was a solid dude, man. What
Yes,
you
sir.
need? What you
Yes,
need?
sir.
And I'm not begging. I'm not asking for nothing that's
Yeah.
impossible. All I want you to do is connect these dots. Take this right here and put this with that. This guy's
Yeah.
trying to do this. I need you to help him do that so he can help me do this. That's it. You know,
And as
and
long as long as you're upfront, forward with all of the information,
that's right. With
yeah, they
all of the
already have a
information.
I have a certain amount of respect for you. Yeah, yeah. I definitely can identify with that.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
man.
most definitely.
It's
Most
got me
definitely.
a
'Cause like
long way in life.
I had somebody, man, call me in the midst of the pandemic, and I had to turn it down. But it was like, the extra coins would have definitely been needed.
Oh yeah.
But they just reached out to me. Hey, man, I'm opening this club. This is what I need. Yada yada yada. I was excited. Yeah, I got you. It's going down.
Yeah.
And then my wife said, I was telling her about it. Mind you, remember I said I've been married almost 22 years now.
Yeah.
You and your spouse become.
That's true.
So
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling her about it. All she said was, baby. And she had that look like, baby. And I said, I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Yeah. You know it's coming. Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna be in that club with all them youngsters up around my ears
That's true.
with masks. Look, with masks or no masks.
Yeah. You don't need to do it. Yeah, you don't need to.
And
I will tell you what. So I learned later on too. You know, I was in that world, but it's not conducive to anything that I need to be doing positive. It's nothing positive. I mean, the money seems positive because it's all legal, you know. But the crowd I'm going to be attracting. Like, you know, if you did security, you understand that completely.
Yeah.
Everything is legal, but you attracting an illegal crowd. You know, so you putting yourself kind of in the line of fire.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, you only can roll the dice a few times before you crap out. Sooner or later, somebody's gonna have a problem.
I tried to move pretty strategically. See, let me see, can I get in the camera? That tattoo says Big Preacher. That's another nickname that I had, you know. During those days, they all knew me as Preacher. I used to pray for people in the DJ booth.
Did you?
In the corner of the bar, in the parking lot.
That's awesome.
Look, the hot boys would come to the door when we'd have a act and the cover charge is higher. They would come to the door and ask if I was working.
Wow.
Because they know wasn't no bad acting going on.
Right.
Likewise, the young ladies would do it. Like, if I'm gonna spend this $30 on this ticket, is Preacher working?
I want to be safe.
Yes, ma'am. He's here tonight, dude. And see, this particular club was catered towards more a college crowd, right? I used to pull the velvet rope up across the door. I'm not letting nobody in and lecture the whole parking lot.
Nobody expected that one.
And they stand out there like,
oh, but you know what though? Again, 20 years later, anybody that was out there in that parking lot, remember you. You remember the guy that used to let him until he said his whole preach? He had to say his whole spill before you could get in there. They never forgot you. I guarantee that.
Yes,
they know you a positive person. Yeah,
I would do it. And then I can remember one night, and thank God, man, a fight breaks out in the parking lot. I mean, like 5 or 6 guys chasing this one guy around this crowded parking lot. Guns coming out. I made all of my people get up on the porch. I pulled the rope again. I was in the parking lot, like talking. I mean, this is like going on. I'm in the parking lot talking people down, man. You put that gun up, dude. Don't do this, don't do that. Well enough for the individuals they were chasing to get away. He goes down the road a little bit. The individuals that was causing the chaos in the parking lot now thought they were gonna come into the club.
Wow.
Again, I'm standing at the door, and I'm like, have I ever disrespected you in my club? No. I said, after this was going on here tonight, I said, you expect me to let you in here? You know, and
no, they looking at me like, with it.
Yeah, they looking at me like I'm crazy. You know, I'm like, you expect me to let you? I said, I tell you what you do. You can come back tomorrow during the day when management is here, and you can talk to them about whether you come back in here or not. But tonight, you're not coming in here. But I made sure I put all my people up, and I'll say like a fool because that's how a lot of people look at it. But I was out there in the parking lot in the midst of, you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, man.
And then those guys left the club, went down the street, found that guy they were trying to jump. And the head of the group that was trying to jump him, that particular guy was in his car. He's on the phone with 911. He had a little sawed-off shotgun. He pulled that shotgun out and shot like I said, the head guy out of that group that was trying to jump him, killed him while he was on 911.
Wow.
And they called, the club, and oh man, such happened, so and so forth. But that was me in a moment doing something. Because again, I was a little shy, quiet, a little timid guy growing up. For
Me
me to even
too.
have that, for me to have that security company, my family was like, for a long time, tripping. Man, what is really
Yeah.
going on? But there's just certain things that just was in my DNA. I protect people. I don't want to protect your store to keep somebody from stealing your car from out there or taking some clothes off your racks. That's not in my DNA. I don't care about that. But I will protect people anywhere at any time. If I see something, because I know how to approach it. Again, I look for smoke. I don't wait for the fire. So if I get a feeling, I'm a roll up. Hey, excuse me. I don't know. I may be wrong, but I see blah blah blah, so on and so forth. I don't want to think that that's what's going on. You know, but that is what I do. Oh, did he freeze up over there? Hit your out button, Snatcher, and try to come back. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. We at the hour 30 mark anyway. So when the Snatcher comes back up, we're gonna say some goodbyes and some thank yous. And I thank y'all for coming and sitting in with us on this night, listening to this conversation. I knew when he and I were talking in the green room that we were gonna get way off of fish. So I tried my best to sprinkle some fish in for y'all tonight. But I really like talking.
I'm sorry about that, man. My computer died on me.
All right. Oh no, you good, you good. I was just telling the people, I say that I said when you come back, I said we at the hour 30 mark, we're gonna probably say some goodbyes and some thank yous anyway. But I was telling them how, I said I knew from talking to you in the green room that we was gonna probably get way off of fish. I said, but I tried to
Yeah.
sprinkle just for them, I tried to sprinkle a little fish in there because I know we was going somewhere.
Well, you gotta pull me back. You gotta keep pulling me back, bro. Yeah, you did good pulling me back because I like that. Yeah, I'm all over it. I'm notorious for that.
Hey, but they know, the regulars, they know I talk. I mean, it's organic, man. I let it go. I let it go where it go, but just staying mindful of what the particular platform is based around. But I
Yes.
let it go. I let it do what it do, though. I for the
Well,
most
that's
part
what
let it
make
do what
you.
it do.
That's what makes your platform great. You see what I'm saying? Because you can have a real conversation. People want to hear. People want to hear real conversations now. You think about what they call these things podcasts. They
Yeah,
call them podcasts. That's all a podcast is now. People having real conversations about different topics. That's all it
yeah,
is. You
yeah.
know? Yeah.
And it's real life. Some people fall into escapism per se, but you don't need to try to run from everything.
Don't know.
Hey, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna, the fish, we gonna talk now. We dealing with some of the same things. We're in the same country. Hey, face it. Just go ahead and face it.
That's
Somebody
right.
may have another direction that you can look at it. That might actually help you.
That's
Rather
right.
than you running off and that bear, that 1,000-pound bear still sitting on your back, but you trying to act like you don't know it's there. Somebody may be able to help you get it off you.
That's right.
That's what I believe in it.
Well, that's a good philosophy.
For real, face it, man. My wife, 22 years, and we still getting there. But like I say, see, she one of them that she's ready to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
That's
like,
good though.
I say
It's
no.
balance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Because
I say
sometimes
no.
she's
I'm
right.
talking.
Sometimes you're right. You got to just shut it
Yeah,
down. Sometimes
yeah,
ain't more talk. Yeah.
yeah.
My wife's there. I'm on 18. I'm coming up on 19. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, that's a
Yeah.
look. Nowadays, that's a blessing, man. Folks
It
ain't
is a
folks ain't
blessing.
doing it.
Yeah.
They ain't doing it like
Well,
that no more, man.
I made a conscious decision when I got married. I only going to get married one time. And when I started having kids and stuff, I want to make sure that I raise my kids with a husband and a wife. That's how it should be. And hopefully that'll pass
Yeah,
something on.
Yep. Hey, same. I'm in the same spot all together for real. Well,
Yeah.
brother, I want to say thank you, man, and you gonna come back. I'm gonna bring you back.
Anytime, man.
Yeah,
Anytime
you're
you're
gonna
ready
be
for me,
back.
come back. The
Oh
Fish
yeah.
Snatcher always ready. This is different. I don't have this on my platform. You know, I purposely don't put out a link and bring nobody up because everybody else has their own things, and I'm not trying to step in anybody else's lane. You
Yeah.
know, so I go over to Panama City. I go the same way. I come to you whenever you ask me. Panama City asks me to come, I'm there. Now I'm saying Nikki Nichols and these other ladies. I'm going to support. These are awesome people that's trying to get their thing going. I'm going to support them as well, and I'm definitely going to send you the link. I
Thank
think
you very much.
actually maybe you two, you and her can maybe link up. I said she has a very positive channel, and
Okay.
I think you will enjoy that. Yeah, I think she'll enjoy you for sure.
Because I
You know?
think I need to, because I'm starting something on my other channel that's it's in a realm all its own. My old channel, I changed it to Bigfootism because I'm into cryptids and all of that. Discussing.
Oh, don't get
You
me
know,
started. Yeah.
yeah. So, and I tell people, and this is the preface, so the ones that's listening right now understand whether it's real or it's not. Nobody has proven either direction for me. So I'm gonna have people come on. Hey, tell your story. You may be
Oh yeah.
sitting here making it up from from the beginning
But
to the end.
if it's good, I'm gonna listen.
If it's good, I'm gonna listen. So
Yeah.
hey, look, I listen to podcasts on my way to work every night. I work 1 a.m. to 11 a.m. So and I have a 50-minute drive. So
Yeah.
while I'm rolling, I'm listening to the people who say, I've really seen this and I've touched it or I did this. Or I'm listening to the one over here who he's saying, hey, I wrote this story myself, you know, but that's what I do. I write. So I'm listening to all kinds, you know what I'm saying? And they all
Well,
entertaining.
well, I love that stuff, man. Hey, honest with you, I grew up on that stuff, so um, I may share that with you off. I send you to your messenger some things. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that'll
said
work. That'll work.
I'll blow your mind, man. The Fish Snatcher
Hey,
wears a lot of hats.
hey, I'm telling you on that other side over there, I'm I'm trying to get that one. This one, like I say, is more and more organic.
Yeah.
That one has a little more responsibility, gonna have a little more responsibilities attached to it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get some things together to keep it inside, so it don't jump off no rails, you know.
Yeah. Keep it in the parameters.
Yeah, because don't look, them
Well,
folks
I'm telling you with
they can get
that,
wild, man.
I can only say with that now, you're going to attract some different kind of people, bro. I'm going to
Yes,
tell you that right
yes.
now.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
they
They
come
can
out the
get wild,
woodworks.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
come
can
out the
get wild.
woodworks.
So I ain't mad at them, but hey,
Me neither.
I believe in semblance of some type of structure and control. I believe in it, man. I look,
That's
I
awesome.
I can get control in Mr. Chaos. Somebody else may not see it, but I'll know it's there.
Right.
But again, that comes
That
from
comes
the
from that environment, man. You in that
yeah,
environment, you know?
I was just gonna say my
Yeah.
work. Yeah.
Well,
Look,
that's how
people
you
say, man,
thrive in that kind of environment. So you said a few key things tonight that let me know that you do well in your environment that you work in. One is he said you can feel the room, you can feel the energy. Like when somebody's coming towards you, you already know where this is going. So you see the smoke already, like you said, you know how to put
yep,
the smoke out.
yep,
So if you coming towards me and your energy ain't right, I got two choices. I could meet you with that same energy, or I could change yours. And how I can change yours easily, I can just change yours by simply projecting, like I said, a smile,
yeah,
or putting you on my frequency. And it's going to throw you off balance. Like, what? Well, they're going to try. They're going to still try it. But they're going to feel funny. And you stay with it. I don't get loud. You don't got to get
yeah.
loud. You know the old trick.
Hey,
I
hey,
get the louder they
hey,
get,
look,
the louder they get, the quieter I get. I'm still
I was
talking
just
to them.
gonna, I was just gonna say, I do a lot of whispering in those situations,
Yeah.
and
Well, that calms down the situation quick.
I'll say, I'll say, hey, they all looking at you, but they
Hmm.
can't hear what I'm saying to you.
That's
So
right.
you got to look. You got a decision to make. So they looking at you, but
Yeah.
they don't know what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
And every now and then I might be saying something real.
But you tell them too, though. But at the same time, who looks like the bad guy?
Yeah, exactly.
basically, I'm telling you who's going to get away with it.
Dead Fred, what's going on?
Yeah, wish I could see
He done
everybody. I'm
made
on
it
this
in. He
phone
done
there.
made it in. Hey,
Dead
Derek,
Fred,
you
what's
almost
up?
didn't make it, man. You almost didn't make it, man. It was a good one tonight, though. It was a good one. Make sure you check out the replay. Hey, y'all, share this. Share this out. Get these replays out there, you know, because I believe that my streams are a little bit more than just entertainment. You know, share them out there. They're a little bit. I know the length of them. I may need to find a way to actually section them off, you know, in pieces and title them properly, you know, for certain points. I may need to start doing that. The
It's a good
length is,
idea.
yeah, the length can be an issue, but I do not. Again, we talk about the wasting of time. We don't waste time. We don't waste time on here, man. You come on here and enjoy yourself. Speak on realness. Get your, you know, deep breath, exhale. You know, I love it, man. I love it, dude. I love it. Look, I'll be took a nap. Like I woke up at like 9:30, and I'm in there like, oh man, do I need to just tell him, hey, bro, you know, I don't think, tonight.
Oh, I understand.
I'm like, boy,
Listen, so
snap out of it.
I went to work at 5 o'clock this morning, did a 4-hour live, happened in my live, go use the restroom, get me something to drink, jump on your live, come kick it with you, get up tomorrow. I'm still not, I'm sorry, but I got to find out when this next one's going to be tomorrow. I'm going to go work there with them. Sunday, I don't miss the Bible study with them. I started that with them. I go over there on Sunday. And then after that, I'm going to go live again. I'm only off for 2 days on the weekend. I work Monday through
What?
Friday.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
But that's how
stream,
much.
I'm usually up 24. No, a lot of times when I hit the stream, I may be on 26 hours or something, you know. And they be like,
Really.
how are you doing? I'm like, yeah. If I go to sleep, it might be a problem. So I'm just
I wish I could do that, man. I'll be killing them, man. I'll
yeah,
be killing them if I could do that.
I run it straight through, man. I run it straight through. But thank you, bro, for coming through.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
y'all. Hey, man. Thank y'all for coming through and just listening to us. You know, two little regular dudes talking about catching fish and keeping fish and
Yes,
everything else
sir.
that came in between. You know, I love y'all. Y'all come back. Hey, you see right there, Big Tank Hank, road to 1K.
Road to
Road to
1K. You're
1K.
going to get there, bro.
Yeah, we trying to get there, y'all. We trying to get there. All
Share it
right,
out. You
y'all.
got to share it out. Sharing is caring. On your social media as well. Believe it or not, it helps. Share them out.
Hit that like button on your way out the door. We finna be out. Peace.
Peace.